let's talk to you a little bit about Thursday night football, and we'll bring in the Buckeye Hawks head football coach Kelley Moore and my broadcast partner Bailey Lazier. Coach Moore, Bailey, how you guys doing?
Outstanding. How's it going?
Awesome. Awesome. Great to hear from you, Coach. Coach, I got to tell you, you are the only coach, before we start talking football, I got to talk about the character of this man. Coach, you've been doing this for a long time, and I got to tell you, you know how to treat people. I mean, I get a text from you 90 minutes before the game. You're either very confident that your team is going to, walk away with a win, or you just care about people, or both. But you text me 90 minutes before the game telling me that your wife bought us some sandwiches and you'd have dinner ready for us. Come on.
No, hopefully that's what we do. If I didn't do that, my mom and dad, bless their soul, would reach down from heaven and slap the dog crap out of me. So,
Coach, that was a heck of a game. Bailey and I called that game, and we just came away very impressed in your team. You beat a quality opponent. Tell us a little bit about the game plan going in.
Well, honestly, it's probably just the quality of our kids, for sure. I mean, we got spanked the week before, and probably never been flatter. And then, of course, they came with some energy Thursday night for sure. Of course, our assistant coaches are hammering them all week about that stuff. So I appreciate the whole situation here. It just fits together. I would say we're just a bunch of average coaches, average football players, hitting it together. And so when synergy is part of the deal, then obviously it looks like it did.
Wow.
Coach,
go ahead, Bailey.
Coach Bailey Lazier. We in that game on Thursday, we saw some creativity in the playbook with some reverse passes for touchdowns. I mean, Jalen Richardson, your receiver, was even through a pass. How important were those plays in the overall game plan for the game this past Thursday?
Well, I'll tell you that was a great question, because through our first 6 games, those moments have been critical in every game, either for the good or for the bad. Coach Pooney Ellis is the one that calls the plays, and those are the moments when he's called those that have been game changers. So it's all credit goes to him, and of course the ability of the kids to perform it.
Well, Coach, it was a back and forth game, and we were wondering what the big plays were going to be in terms of instead of just trading touchdowns, what was going to happen
Right.
that was going to cause one of the teams to really stand out, and we saw a lot of that in the second half. What are a couple of the kids, in your opinion, that really stood out the other night? We know there were a few for sure. Your quarterback had a great game. You had a receiver that named Jalen Richardson that really stood out on all sides of the ball, as well as a pretty stout running back.
Right. Yeah, Viliami Tongatea, he came to play, but I got to tell you, he's been running like that all year. I think the critical part of the game, at least offensively, was the execution of the line, and maybe more importantly, the ability of our receivers to finally start stock blocking. And so that gave him an opportunity to get in space. And Billy takes great pride in being the next Derrick Henry. I mean, he'll straight arm you into the dirt. And so that was an important part of the game.
Wow.
Coach, in the first half, kind of going more off the game, a lot of points were scored in the first half. Did your team have the feeling that you guys made the defensive adjustments in the second half, you guys would come away with the victory?
I kind of didn't hear you, but I did hear you say something about first half compared to second half and halftime. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of points scored in the first half. So,
sure. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's been an interesting deal. Not that we changed anything. Maybe the kids just sharpened up at halftime, a little better execution in the second half, and then what we just talked about, those moments, that halfback pass or the punt return for a touchdown, or we've got we had 8 kids. We had 8 starters out the week before. We don't cry about that. We just play. We get to play, and we can't wait to play. And so that's what happened. We got 4 of those kids back this last week, and it made a difference. It made a difference in the I guess the good feelings and the synergy part of our team.
Coach, I'm looking at the remaining schedule. You're heading down this coming week down to Tucson to play Saguaro.
Right.
Then you're at Moon Valley. Then you've got the big intertown rivalry there with Yonker, and you finish off with Estrella Foothills. What can you say with those remaining 4 games on the schedule?
Well, right now, we're just paying attention to Saguaro. I try not to get too far ahead of anything. We absolutely have to go one team, one play at a time. I love Scott McKee. Got introduced to him 20 years ago when I was at Independence. Love what he does. Love the man. And, of course, he has a couple legends on his staff, in Johnny Rodriguez and Doug Holland. So looking forward to, a classical matchup with coaches and players.
Bailey, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all good, guys?
Yeah. One more
Hey,
question.
I'm calling from Buckeye, man. There's no telling. We lose. We might be speaking on a can and a rope here in a minute.
There we go, Coach. That's good stuff. Bailey, let's wrap this up here in our final minute here. Do you have one more question for Coach Moore? This guy's busy. He's a busy guy. He's got to coach a team.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah, we just came off the field coaching freshmen, right? I mean, we're trying to help everybody. We have to, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Actually, let's do this since we're up against a hard stop here.
Okay.
Bailey, stay on the line. Coach Moore, thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. Big win over Deer Valley Thursday night, 49-28. You guys are sitting at 4-2. Good luck the rest of the way. Appreciate you. Thanks again for feeding us, and you're always a class act, and we appreciate you calling in, Coach.
Love you guys taking care of Arizona football. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Great. So, Bailey, your player of the game Thursday night, who was it?
There was a couple players, like you said, Vince, but I'd probably have to go with Jalen Richardson.
Yeah.
He made plays on offense, defense, and special teams. He had a pretty big interception that I really thought got the defense going for Buckeye. Even had a pass. I mean, he was just all over the field. And I think at this level, I think if you have a player like that and he makes plays like that, you have a good chance to win.
Awesome. Bailey, thanks so much for calling in. Bailey Lazier, my broadcast partner from Thursday Night Game of the Week. When we come back, folks, we'll be joined by Saguaro High School in Scottsdale head football coach Jason Mons for the SaberCat Report. Big segment, as well as Canyon View's Nick Garrett's. Join us through the break and after. Go Varsity.